Good morning, everybody. TGIF. It is Friday, February 16th, 2024. I am sure that every American in above the age of 5 has heard the saying, all gave some gave all. This is a very noble saying and very honorable saying, and very America, very veteran kind of phrase that gets tears in the eyes and lumps in the throats and pride in the heart. But let me ask you guys, the average Joe, and even the average Jane, let's say, we stand on top of the shoulders and the graves of those noble soldiers that gave some and gave all. And we drive our cars, eat our food, and live in our homes and things. And exist with our stuff, our families, our treasures. And yet, it never crosses the mind of most average Joes and Janes that we might have to risk it all. That others may stand on our shoulders and our graves with their treasures. Well, Big Daddy, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the wars of America. The Revolutionary War, the Civil War, the wars against the Native Americans, and so forth and such and such and so forth. Since the Civil War, America has not tasted war on its own soil, unless you count 9/11. And we all know how that ended out, with a war not on our soil. But how willing are we as the average Joes and Janes to risk it all for a populace that may or may not even be born yet? We look out at, social media. We look out through our schools and we see a generation so comfortable, so pampered, so detached from reality that they are ungrateful for even their birth. We got young adults in front of cameras and to the world saying, well, I didn't ask to be born. Those of us that remember the red, white, and blue, the soldiers that died, have veterans in our families. And remember the stories when we were growing up that our dads would tell us about the war. What do we do, people? Our military is going woke. If not gone woke. One of the supreme commanders of the military, multiple star general, thinks he's a woman. Which, I don't want to question that person's effectiveness 100% because it is widely known that Herbert Hoover of the FBI routinely showed up in a dress at the office, and he has the FBI headquarters named after him. Maybe that's why we got such jacked up FBI. It's not only is it corrupt, but its founding was corrupt and mentally challenged, or at least mentally unstable. We got record lows in military recruiting. Kids don't want to join the military, despite the GI bills and stuff like that. Why would I want to go into the military, risk being deployed, when it is so easy to get a scholarship, especially claiming some obscure disability or minority status? Every day, I drive several times past a building, a school athletics building, where it's written in stone, impossible is un-American. And the very first day I saw that, had to take a picture of it and save it to my phone. But can I say that of today's American? The Americans that are ashamed of their past, ashamed of our heritage, ashamed to be called American. Burn, defecate on, urinate on the American flag. They've done everything yet renounce their citizenship. Yet, you know why they don't renounce their citizenship? It's because as much as they cry and they whine and they crap on the world, they like their stuff. They don't respect yours and my stuff. In fact, they believe that, property rights are racist. Owning property is racist. But you take that same kid who 80 to 90% chance that kid is actually a college student, and you ask them, well, if property rights are racist and owning property is racist, why can't I just not count grades in college? Oh, no, you can't do that. Those are my grades. I worked for those. Did I not work for my home? My stuff, my treasures, that you say I don't have a right to? Yet I worked for them just as much as you worked for your college. All gave some gave all. Are we willing to risk it all? Are we willing to stand up against tyranny? Are we willing to? Are we willing to stand up and be counted? And the results of that being counted has no definite future. You could stand up to be counted and win the lottery, or you can stand up and be counted and die a pauper's grave. Point is, if you don't stand up for something, you're going to fall for anything. Let's go, Brandon.